control, and FOKUS don't know about that.
Bit of utility expended in the process, but Paranoia still held on to by Mystic. Contact to be taken. It's a slow approach as Mandatory set their feet for this retake, but Kellogg's sends it in motion. Stun onto the default player. It's a trade. FOKUS still with numbers on site. Zus clapping back with 2, and it's a 2v1. His opportunity to try and clutch out for his team against the French side, which don't lose from these kinds of positions. Hip to finish off what he started on the C site.
Valorant, whether he's went shot or not, they do not know. But what they do know is the A-link has been taken. Now they need to get a move on as the spike goes down.
Push back on the A play. Into Hoodie they go. That's 2 quick kills out of his Phantom. Mandatory around which they came into looking so consistent, but Hoodie has taken it all by himself. Mystic there to support his efforts. He's underway.
As Sus trying to catch Enzo off guard while the spam continues to lay down. It's the backside though of C where Mandatory make their stand and do so successfully. FOKUS trying to run for the hills, gain something, some sort of semblance of resistance. It does not come through. Until that point, Mikey here, all the way up towards the trap and gives away that people are behind, but it's 4 and Valorant has to face up against them all.
Nice first shot. There is follow-up. Lewis is here as well. The 2 consistent pieces coming into 25 have already got it off to a good start. As Kellogg's is still kept up, cooped up in the tower. Enzo moving forwards, ult's traded both ways, the shock's going to come out, and that's what does the damage to finish it off. 2v2, Kellogg's called to action. He's going to drop, and it's Sivov in a clutch situation. 1 versus 2, but it's all just cloak and dagger. A tap of the spike, a tap of the head.
And FOKUS need to get a body back, right? A tap of the spike, gets rid of an ult, FOKUS burn their own to get some damage in, but this is where the real damage will come in. A flood retake.
Keeping it quick, Zus in the corner, discipline maybe for the first, that's all he'll get. 3v2, Mandatory man advantage. It's Lewis and Hoodie that have to step up here, the initiators, the one forced to react. The lineup nearly poses an opportunity for Hoodie, but it's just as fleeting.
Here as well has it to try and reset, but FOKUS to get onto the front site, and look where Mandatory are.
Alorante with the op. Lewis still on a classic, a real pick and mix of weapons here as Alorante is on the warpath. Sivov trying to lock it down. He'll get 1. That's not enough. Alorante's quad has captured a thrifty round for FOKUS. There is Mikey, Sivov, they're all arriving. Enzo as well. FOKUS still not fully committed to it this time.
Yeah,
well, they are now.
Well, they are, but they're not about Mikey. Unfortunately, not able to get more than 1, and FOKUS look to poke and prod the backside.
FOKUS will give you a peek, which I don't think they'll be eager to do.
Why should they play together? Although Alorante's the first piece to fall. 2v2 now, and Kellogg's lurking through garage. Sivov is the next to get 1, calls exactly where Zus is, and well, Mandatory will steal the round away.
The knee to that initial pick.
Kellogg's holding on. Long line of sight and gets caught by the fake out. Tries to go for more, and Zus's op is the one that comes out on top. Still, time is getting low, and FOKUS, they need to try and get on towards the site and get the spike planted.
Ooh. Going into 2 players here though, Cairo, this would be the stack.
This would be, but it's now all up to Mikey. Spike trying to be attempted here, peeks out, but Alorante catches Mikey before he can get more.
Ultimate, which will be absent from this final round of the half.
I mean, Spike could maybe be given to Lewis. A Hunter's Fury perhaps could come online. Zus won't be around for much longer though.
3 players left already. Minute on the clock. Nose to the grindstone. They've got to try and find something back. It should come through Mystic. It does. That's 1. And I'll tell you what, Mikey's taking damage. Hip's gone looking. Betrayed by the barrel as he rounds the corner. We're at an even standing. And Lewis has a brilliant position to cut off a rotation.
So does Kellogg's. Look at the information he's going to be able to give Mandatory. But look at this. Sivov is allowed for the pressure to be alleviated.
And while Kellogg's does have the blades here, Lewis is already wrapping in on position. FOKUS are going to win the 3v5. Oh, that's unless Mikey, the top clutcher for Job Life, now on Mandatory, can win out this round for them.
I mean, will have experience in these positions before, has an ultimate to work with, but so many players in FOKUS. FOKUS, I've got everybody onto 4 players towards that seaside, and they're ready to play the trap. All 4 players caught it! Hoodie's only been able to get 1 though.
Giving it a face check, you've got your reveal, something like that. And this fake from Mandatory is going to do absolutely nothing unless he loses the duel which Sivov entertains.
He's got a pocket on B-Main.
Yeah, this is a brilliant read from them. Now, Camera's just going to confirm it. Mystic will continue his walk down mid. But while that's happening, the site must hold. Alorante doing it. Spike to the ground. 10 seconds. Time so important. Alorante doing all he can to buy it for Mystic to try and win the round solo. Denied by Mikey at the death. From which to work. You can see already, though, they're starting to have a look in mid, and it's Zus leading this charge.
So deep as well already. Has seen 1. They're calling for support. And look at this, FOKUS have actually come out on top. Not checked a clear corner, but Hoodie had reloaded. And it's scrappy again.
Just a bit of a double stack as well. Lewis
That's
is actually going to tuck into the corner. Mystic is here. You clear the first player, but do you expect the second? Kellogg's walking in. Headshot done. They're not looking the right way at all. Lewis is just going to take them both. That's just nuts. Work here. It's got to be B, C, or nothing. A's been completely forfeited right now. And back into Zus they have to go.
Time is getting low. Zus! He comes up magnificent. After missing Killox the first time, he gets a 2-for-1 deal because of that leg shot. Still though, the players try and force an issue, try and gain space for themselves, but FOKUS are right there on the mark.
Where they'll go, but once again, Zus is present.
Deep ankle, the Rolling Thunder comes in, but there's 2 players that haven't been affected by it. Hoodie, yeah, he's going to have absolutely no chance in hell. Mystic, though, on the site all alone and flashed up. Still, the players are looking to try and come through and get the pick. Alorante takes the hat off, but not at the right time. Gives information for Zus to work with, though. Doesn't look down far enough. And FOKUS.
Still 2 players deposited here, though. Not something they've given up just yet. They're fighting forwards.
Yeah, they have to. Try and get something, but Alo did so well to hold on. But the spike is going elsewhere. Eventually, it goes towards C, and it's just a bit too late. Lewis going in, has to fight against 2, but only good for 1.
It was. Finally, the penny drops. B is where things have ended up. This is such a topsy-turvy round. They've still got to clear Enzo. He was hanging around Link, wraps through the garage. Mikey through the clone, finds the real deal Zus, drops to the floor. Hoodie 1v3, first player gone. That's Mikey. And to the beat of the drum, Mandatory have an equalizer. Team played. Looks once again on the prowl. First player forwards, point man of the push. Updraft over the top, Alorante yet to be revealed. They walk into his sight, and he'll only walk away with 1. Cage does support Zus. That was a bit of a freebie coming out of Hip's pocket. FOKUS want to make this retake happen, but Sivov is just different gravy. Zus from the corner, the Guardian so difficult to play on an angle like this. Blinds coming through, nigh an opportunity for him to get active. Zelok releases the first of those blades, Kellogg's, and Zus dropping that player means that this space has been set up brilliantly by FOKUS to just defend the backside. The reveal is godly from Enzo, though. Every single player spotted. The ones off site, the only ones in safety. Alorante needed that kill to give any kind of cause to the neural theft, but that's now been lost. And it's Mandatory with the TP. Goes into A heaven. That's been heard by Lewis, but now he's got to fight on 2 fronts. Worried about the possibility of the long play coming in. Mikey noting it. Kellogg's here. They're encircling, but Zus cutting off rotations and cutting off. One of which they won on their defense, but that was the other way around. Can they turn it on its head here? In goes the flash. Zus, 3 kills on the round already. Only Hip left. He will drop. That.
Stop. I'll wait for a reaction, and FOKUS are giving it. Back to A long they go.
Flash coming in. Kellogg's turns away at the right time. Hoodie gets 1. Needing to be the hero. Mystic. Headshots lined up. That's 2 more.
It's a player you want in this position. A player who's clutched up before. Dodges the shock dart. Sees both players, but will not get the kill. Mandatory, after delay, will be able to push it to a map win.
There was no one peeking through double doors, so He just rotates back around Link, but keloqz in the meantime has taken the fight forwards. Hip flanking, and this is just completely unexpected from FOKUS, because they thought this push was going to be coming in earlier.
Yeah, well, as they try and get things underway from the CT point of view, isolated, alone, no tradability, and this will be frustrating for the dark sides. At least there's one back in the conversation, but all in, Mandatory have got so much time they've deposited an ace up the sleeve, a late flank to come through as FOKUS begin to get on the site.
Last player standing.
Utility here for Mikey. He's going to win it out by default. Nothing that Zus could have done. Perfect position, perfect timing. And for the player...
A side, but time is getting really low here.
Hip walking through the nebula. Finds himself wedged between both Hoodie and Lewis, but it's the latter who's able to find that kill. Another very late execute towards the A side of the map. Valorant trying to hold things down solo. Mystic required as support. Salvo's coming in. There is no time. Sivov can't get this plant in. As much as he was the hero of the previous, you can't do the impossible. The time works against them. To be covered if they were to explore that, as Hip has this rotation. A is where they still firmly look to be going, and now they have the site control as well. Hip's missed his mark. They're going to be a number down, but Lewis has to rotate and Mikey's got to work.
Yeah, there's time ticking away, but in that time though, the uproars will probably come up online. That's if the players were allowed to live any longer. That's not the case. Shots, and if he really needs to, has the blades to work at close range, has that info dart drops. Lewis knows that the angle will be a lot deeper. Sivov now isolating Lewis with that last pick.
Only that, they've not really done this all too often, so FOKUS can be completely caught off guard.
The player's not even looking. That's crazy. The timing, perfection. They got the Cosmic Divide invested as well, and Lewis has peeked into Mikey. What more can be said about this? Valorant looking to save a rifle, doesn't want anything to do with it. Will have a 1v1 if he wants to try and keep it. Wins that out, and that'll be that. That'll be Mandatory hitting 5.
Should have enough time to get the salvos back up, but he's investing his. There's an Armageddon in there to clear. A lot of real estate for FOKUS on site, but it's a vacuum. They're stuck in an echo chamber. Mandatory going to react, flashback through when the Steel Garden is used. But Hip's fighting in the smoke. Someone else isn't. I know it's keloqz that ends up going down. But Mandatory still win the round. That was so messy. To the empty site, FOKUS playing for retake again. No, they're backfilling the space this time. They have bodies in the right position. They just can't duel in front of that smoke. And when it drops, it's a scary sight.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier, man. Just when you look to get excited, if you're on the Dark fan base, French, they're just doing so much better. It is 3v3 right now. It's down to a 2v1 though. Just quickly, like that, a flick of the finger. But you still got to go up against Enzo, who is the Tejo, who is a player who has so much capability in a clutch. Can wait out the utility if he wants to, but he tries to play the 1v1, and it's Lewis that wins out.
Arrive, they take this space away, and it's Hip sat solo.
Right, well, the own Cosmic Divide of FOKUS has been invested while they come through, but Valorant is getting found out. Now Mandatory have to try and hold on to this site, hold on after everything that's being forced their way. The shotty gets to work, but so do FOKUS as they find their 4th on the behalf and bring themselves within touching distance.
Already, it's time to get stuck in for FOKUS. Flash through the smoke. Zus TP's away once the reveal comes flooding back through. Mandatory quick to respond to this, and it's Sivov and Enzo that are locking it down. keloqz the next to get his kill. It goes back and forth, but it's a 2 versus 1. Sidestep off the stun from Valorant, but the reload is mistimed. Scrim time in the extra prac rooms to build up those fundamentals. Now on this round, it's that player you were talking just about, Enzo, that will open. Can't grab the rifle, but keloqz is there. He's scooped it up and sent them packing with the Sheriff.
Massive. Not only that, pushes FOKUS all the way back. It's still a 2 versus 3. So don't count them out. FOKUS want to try and protect the rifles, but Valorant gets caught messing about with his utility. And like that, Mandatory. Oh.
Sentence for Lewis, but this isn't an area that you like to hang around in too long as a duelist. Without a bit of support, or maybe even a dash. Ooh, shot from Zus. A couple of them through the cardboard.
FOKUS have found themselves in tough positions before. It's whether they can try and fight back. And it looks as if they can! The headshot king finally comes to take his throne.
Economic deficit, not doing enough. If Hoodie can take Enzo's rifle, it'll be a massive win, but not too likely. That's going to be it. Focus 5. And I tell you what, Mystic is dead. Mystic is dead. Okay, good job, Enzo. 4 of a kind. Kellogg's once more, but he's been suppressed. Dashes away in time. Big Jaw breaking out early. Kellogg's finding 2.
This is heartbreak. This is truly heartbreaking. I don't know if is he going to be able to escape. He is just momentarily
dash again
with a little bit left.
Doesn't need it.
Oh my god. It's just Kellogg's up that just seems to keep hitting, and Enzo's there to finish it off.
Feel that it's another Dak dream diluted.
I mean, every single time you think that Dak are going to try and give something forward, they're being pushed towards the edge. The Armageddon plays to perfection. FOKUS have no way in here.
Chance for FOKUS.
They have ultimates to work with here, and that's the big thing. The thing that might tip it in FOKUS's favour. But when it comes down to the rifles, it's mandatory who come out on top and force FOKUS out of the tournament. France survive a game longer and will wait their Turkish opponent